Hello, welcome back. My name is Judith. I am one half of the Nutty Nitty Sisters. Together with my sister Julie, we produce usually a monthly video, just sharing our love of all things fibery. And occasionally we also upload videos of our yarny adventures, traveling across the state of Maine and beyond to different fibery events. If this is your first time joining, welcome. We certainly appreciate you taking a peek at what we have to offer. And if you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for continuing to come back and sharing our love of all things fibery. Today I am doing a project video. I've not done one of these in a while, and so kind of catching up. But this is basically a segment where I share more details than I offer on the podcast about different projects that I am working on towards Whip-ageddon, as I call it. I started the year with 38 whips. I'm down to about 25, I think. I'm going to be doing a mid-year review soon because I'm not sure where I am. But today I'm sharing with you a project that was not in the original 38. This was an unintentional project. We were going to New Hampshire Sheep and Wool Festival and also a Knitwits yarn shop grand opening of their new location. And Andrea Mowry was going to be at the grand opening. She was also running a cowl for a new cowl that she had launched a pattern for. And so, of course, I had to join the cowl. I am a sucker for a cowl or knit along. So I joined. So this is the Inclinations Cowl by Andrea Mowry. And when I cast this on, I really wanted to use some of my own Handspun, and I didn't gauge swatch because I don't. But I decided to go ahead and use the suggested needle and just kind of wing it with my Handspun. It came out much bigger than I think it was intended, but it's still very beautiful and I absolutely love it. I used Handspun that I spun during the Tour de Fleece in 2020. The multicolored yarn that you'll see in this cowl is from Spin Jones. It's a gradient called Urchins Rainforest. It's merino and silk. And then the sort of sea foamy color that you're going to see is Blue Barn Fiber, which is merino in the color Seaspray. For YouTube videos, I did watch a video by Andrea Mowry that talked about double decreases, right and left leaning for Half-Fisherman's rib, because I've never done Half-Fisherman's rib. I didn't know how to do the decreases, and so her video was extremely helpful. So this is the cowl. Again, it is quite a bit bigger than what I had anticipated, but it is still beautiful. I also think I did my seam incorrectly, but I wasn't going to go back. So it basically starts from here and you go all the way around and it finishes here on the other end of the seam, and then you seam it up. So again, the Spin Jones kind of started with this green color here and then all the way to this darker color. I did run out of the Spin Jones, so I had to finish it off with some alpaca from Pleasant River Yarns that I had on hand that was the exact same color of brown as that Spin Jones yarn. So it worked out perfectly. The Spin Jones was a gradient that came in these little puffs, and I basically took the puffs in half and spun each of their respective halves on 2 different bobbins, and then plied that together to create the gradient that I got. And then the Seaspray began with this beautiful, like the light blue that's there with the green, and it slowly gradiated into this sort of sea spray green at the end. And that I did very similarly. It was a braid that I simply split in half and spun on 2 bobbins and then plied it together so that I would get the same color repeats that was in the original braid. Both of the fibers were absolutely stunning, lovely to spin, and the pattern was amazing and fun. It is going to be a very large, cozy, comfy cowl for the winter. Winters in Maine are quite cold. I love a cowl, but I'm not a big fan of having it really close to my neck, so I actually really like the way this kind of drapes and lays on the front. I think I'm gonna love this come winter. Right now it's hot. But that is the Inclinations cowl, and I will share some photos and video of the process with you. I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, take care. Julie knit this pattern as well. She used a commercial yarn, and you can see the stark difference between her stitches and my stitches. They both came out beautifully, but definitely a difference between the hand spun and commercial yarn. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next time.